Okay, finally back. Sorry for the delay. I think it's been about 2 weeks maybe since my graphics card, my old computer decided to die. But anyway, all taken care of. Um, New computer, everything set up new. Hopefully my videos will be a lot nicer now, a little more crisper for you all. Um, I got a couple of videos of me unboxing my computer, and then another video of me sort of just life lately gaming and sort of showing my new graphics card I also bought for my new computer. So anyway, we'll get started. I was thinking today, going back to old man Logan, um, always old man Logan, I might do a bit of a tour the Ultima Online. Well, actually, in a sense, it's more what I've found so far, what I've learned, where I've been, helpful places and whatnot. If there's any newbies watching this too, or returning players as well, you kind of, can't go wrong with a couple of these things. So we'll start off and we'll head to how's that? Standing so close to it, can't reach it. What the hell is that? All right, so we'll go to the bank of, let me see here, New Haven first, and we'll go from there. Anyways, so New Haven, this town, I guess for me, I started here. I think everyone starts here. I don't really know. It's a pretty helpful town in that sense. If you join help chat, ignore the trolls in help chat. Some of them are really fucking weird, including one in particular individual. He will talk shit and will say weird things to you. Ignore that. Your best bet is to honestly, just brush anything off that anyone weirdly says. As you know, in an MMO, take it with a grain of salt. People are fucking annoying, but it's going to happen in all video games. Whether it's smack talk or just weirdos or whatever. So yeah, this the starting area, it's pretty basic. It has everything you need though in that sense, like from to learn taming to fighting to magery. If I zoom my map out for a moment, there's necromancers, the mages, samurai for bushidos, like which I find bushido's a really nice skill. It's got a couple of skills that are really good for a certain build. Anyway, but yeah, so the graveyard out here it's all roughly basic enemies. You can get most fighting skills out here to 50, I reckon. Yeah, it's well, obviously I'm strong for here, but still, yeah, it's a nice starting area. It's easy too. You probably won't die. If you do die, which I'd say you won't, but if you do, there's healers and stuff around that will resurrect you. I learned a lesson really quickly that when you die, you've got to run back to your body, obviously. But if you've got all your stuff insured, it does end up straight back in your bag. Insurance is the fucking key in this game. It helps so much. You obviously won't lose stuff. So anyway, once you've reached 50, if you're feeling adventurous, I didn't know about this originally either. I have visited this in previous videos, but if you head south from here, there are some mines. If you watch my Haven Mine video, you'll see exactly. Actually, I'll quickly run down and show you anyway, in case you haven't watched my other video. You will struggle here a little bit at first. You just watch the mobs and whatnot, but it gets easier, and you start to realize how much stronger you are when you're taking these things down. When you start here, you will be running out quite a lot. You probably will die a few times. By the end of it, you're just hammering them all and taking them all down. There's a rope on the ground to the right hand side. I suggest you people do not click that. Stay the hell away from it. As you can see here, the mobs they do come in pretty quickly, but once you attack one as well, I think it sort of sets a few of them off, like in that sense. But the elementals do get easier, and if you can get your hands on an elemental slayer, boom, they will die very quickly. This is my luck suit, by the way, so the damage on it isn't amazing. I think its hit chance increase is a little low, but it'll definitely, hopefully, allow me to find some better items. Looting and doing treasure hunting and stuff. I may actually do a video on. Actually, that's probably a good idea. My next video will be comparing opening, looting things and opening chests, all about with luck and not luck, to see what you do get. I may even attempt to do a couple of harder dungeons to really see if we can get an artifact to drop or something like that. Maybe anyway, maybe future future time. All right, I'm going to head to Luna now. This place here, it gets pretty busy. As you can see, there are a few people on. It's normally a lot more busier than this. This is semi busy, I guess. Most of the PvP people will hang out in this town. This is where I'm assuming the smack talk happens. If you go to general chat, brace yourself. There is a lot of smack talk. People will constantly, yeah, come to you, Felgate. I will wipe you out again. You bought a dragon. I can't believe you killed me with a dragon. That's so weak. I'm going to get you. Then they'll gank you with 5 or 6 other players, and then call you even weaker. And it's PvP. It's going to happen in all MMOs, especially this one. Some PvPs are quite hardcore. You were just witnessing one of my not really a bad habit, I guess it's an OCD of mine. I will see a player, I guess it looks cool in game, I tend to check out their armor. On Enhanced Client, you can see everything people are wearing. I've noticed that in Classic Client, people will say, hey, put your rings in trade to show me what you've got. Obviously, don't click the trade button because that'd be a bit silly. But like if you clicking on this person here, I can see everything they have. Obviously not their skill set and stuff. Well, actually, you can search people's skill sets on MyUO. But you see myuo.com allows you to look people up. It's kind of like WoW Armory, I guess. But yeah, you can see what they're wearing. You sort of, I've taken ideas from people too, especially weapons and stuff that I didn't even know existed. So yeah, Enhanced Client is a big help, especially to newer players, especially if you want to learn stuff about players that do look obviously they're veterans that look like they've got some good stuff. You can sort of find out maybe even ask them where they got it from or what it is. Some people won't reply, but again, MMO, some people might not even speak English. I don't really know. All right, so we're going to head off we're just staying in Trammel the whole time. I'm not going to head to Fell in this video. In future, I may. I like the town Skara Brae. It's easy. There's no one here. It's a dead town. Most of the other towns are dead beside Haven and Luna. Maybe I think Brit is a little more busier, not sometimes. But anyway, I find that if you come to Skara Brae, it's the easiest way, especially for beginners too. This magic shop here, they sell recall scrolls. It's really close to the Lunar Gate too. I used to pop in here all the time before I got into recalling with spells and using chivalry and whatnot. Using recall spells in a book, yeah, they run out. You get 20 charges, but it definitely does help in that sense. Like, it's an easier way to get recall scrolls. I think he restocks them easily too. If you come in there gone, try 10-15 minutes, come back, they should be there. Sometimes the auto restocks as well. So yeah, definitely the mage in here. He has everything you need in that sense. Anyway, so we'll move back on. We'll go back down to the portal. As I said, you can see it's nice and close. There's also arcane circles in this town as well too for any spell weavers that want to get with your arcane buddies and do some arcane focus, which yet I have not done. So I need to find someone to do that. Maybe I'll make a video about that as well too. All right, moving on. You can see here as well, I'm riding the Windrunner. This is a mount bought for 1,000 points in the Ultima store. To me, I think in USD, I can't remember exactly, but it's roughly $15 or $16 for me in Australia. Australian dollars is worth less than the American dollar, so we are paying more, especially buying stuff for this game. But it's fine. It's not like really money's an issue or anything. Okay, so we're going to go to U Gate. I mean, sorry, U in Trammel. So we'll use the gate to go to U. My bad. So yeah, or U Gate, as people say. There is a vendor here. She's brilliant. This is a big help. Some people will tell you about it, they won't tell you. Some people might even know about it. We have a vendor here called Field Books. She sells room books, spell books, necromancer books, mystic books, all absolutely filled with all sorts of places marked. So I'm talking like every Fell dungeon or Fell and Trammel dungeons. Moongate books, so you can like use recalls to any gate for each town. And there's Tram and there's Fell. It's a very helpful vendor. The person that has created all these books, Apalala, she is a veteran player. She's very well knowledge. She's quite helpful too. She's actually my guild leader for KKC, but we'll get to that later on. But yeah, she has really dedicated and done a lot of work to putting in a lot of effort to make these books for people, and they're really cheap too. 25,000 gold is nothing. Like you can really do that. You know, if you farm for a good 15 minutes, you will get that up very easily. I don't know how much gold you start with. I can't remember, but yeah, it's pretty easy to get. I mean, new players, I normally give a new player 1 million gold straight away, just to help. I know that really does help, and people thinking, wow, that's generous. But honestly, when you first start out in Atlantic shard that I play on, if you don't know anybody, there's nothing, you know, you don't really know what you're doing. It's a big help to, you know, learn your skills and whatever else. All right, so we're going to move on. So New Magnesia, if that's pronounced how it is. Okay, we'll move down and on into this town. New Mag is the town that sells tamed pets, and mounts as well too. You probably will need a tamer to use half these mounts. Like a lot of them, you need a lot of decent animal law to be able to control them. High taming, especially for like greater dragons and stuff like that, you obviously need a lot of taming. You know, between 100 to 110, sometimes even 120. But if we come down here, you'll see there's vendors here. I don't really know how to set these up, so probably don't ask. But yeah, they sell different things like as you can see here, and these are quite cheap too. Like oh, see, there's a suicide for 1.5 million. That's really cheap, I think. You know, cheap greater dragons, they're obviously low rated greater dragons, but still, like, you know, you get your taming up instead of having to go and tame one yourself. You can buy one here. High taming and high law, you probably can buy a decent one. I mean, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but it's probably worth if you are struggling to tame them. And I know taming greater dragons can be a bit struggling. You see, look, 4.3 on the rating, excuse me, 70 mil. That's probably worth it because 4.3 dragons are pretty damn strong. I've taken my 4.4, which is just a little over 4.3, I think, in skills and stats in that sense. Especially to Miyasama, he will clear the Ren Dragons and take Miyasama all in one go. Like, I've only got low vet as well. My vet's about 90%, so his healing sucks a little bit. But at the same time, they're quite strong, and they will take things down for you. Like, you know, if you can get that money up, which you're probably thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of money. But yeah, 4.3, 4.4 dragon will really help in this game, especially for tamers. Like, especially if you struggle with combat classes and like really, you know, I guess being killed a lot and whatnot. A dragon will protect you. Just, you know, get your magery up, invisibility. You hide, dragon does everything. You know, it's really nice. Okay, so what am I thinking now? All right, we'll head to Umbra. Actually, this town is normally pretty quiet, but in a sense, there's a lot of vendors on the outskirts of this town. A lot of interesting vendors too that I have found. I like the effect here. It's like you're going to fall into space or something. You know, it's all this side of the world is like that if you look to the edges and the corners. But yeah, there's a lot of cool houses here as well to explore and see as well, which I think is really cool. A lot of really rad vendors, to be honest. They've got some really cool stuff. Yeah, but they'll continue to load and add on as I go up. Just be careful. There's actually, if you get a bit further up, there's a couple of reds, not foul players or PvP players. They're just actual mobs, but I guess they can be a little annoying. Yeah, I find this house interesting here. I don't know what this means. It says KKRXH. Is that a symbol that they know that's their house, or is it some kind of slang, or are they being maybe cheeky and you know, it's something that people see and find offensive. It could be offensive in another language, or, you know, another term of PvPing or something. Anyway, we'll move up here and I'll just give you a quick example of some of the mobs heading up. Yeah, you'll see the skull coming up on the right hand side is a camp. It's a brigand camp. Yeah, that's right, these are brigands. But yeah, see, you think, oh shit, they're not red players, but they're red in general. I don't think they're too. No, they're actually not that hard to kill at all. Yeah, they die pretty quickly. But yeah, so newer players, or, you know, sort of weaker or returning players that have, haven't really got their knack back yet, I suggest not heading too far up here. There's the Spellweaver too. He just has a Spellweaver spell on me. Yeah, they may hurt you a little bit, so I suggest staying away from them. Anyway, screw him. He's not worth our time. Weakling Brigand. Haha. Alright, moving along. Okay, we'll head back down here. Actually, no, I may head back to my house now because I'm going to use the warper there to... Actually, no, I won't. What am I thinking? Okay, I'm going to head to my actual guild house. This is interesting. This shows the dedication, and it would help if my chivalry was a little higher. I sort of have it chivalry at the moment because I'm using spellweaving to heal. I sort of found that spellweaving can be a bit slow on healing, so I have chiv. I'm still sort of working on it. I've got it higher on one of my other characters. It does help quite a lot. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. This guild house here, the vendors here are quite helpful. This is KKC guild house. A lot of the vendors here do have some really cool stuff. A lot of my guildsmate vendors are here actually too. There's a plug for you. Come and shop it and spend money. Anyway, so if we come inside here, this is what we call the library. This here, if you're lucky enough to be friended to this house or you're a part of this guild, everyone is welcome, by the way. It's a friendly, helpful guild for returning people, newbies, and vets as well too. We'll get along really well and do some really cool hunts. These rune books are filled with runes from every location you could probably think of, from Foul to Trem. Again, Apalala, she has stealthed and hidden and snuck and crept every place you could think of to mark runes. Like, I'm talking, look, we've got, like, so there's an alchemist book here. You can then open these up, and you can grab the runes out. She says you're allowed to if you want to. You can borrow. You just take a rune, you drop the rune. I'm not going to take one. You put it in your own rune book, and bang, you've got the location. It's freaking great. It's very, very intelligent too for someone to do this. God, it would have taken some time. They've used wooden benches to make like what look like makeshift bookshelves. The endless creations of this game, it's kind of like Lego, I guess, in a sense. It's bloody brilliant. There's some interesting stuff in this house too, and you can see there's different kinds of rune books too, from Kuno to Malasta, everywhere. But it's really cool. I find that so interesting. Like, I was definitely like really wow factor when I saw this. Like, who has the time to fucking do this? But at the same time, good effort, and it's great time spent. Like, definitely great time spent. So yeah. Also, actually, I might head back to my house now and do a little small tour of my house. I finally customized a house too. You were probably watching my videos thinking, why do you have a classic setup? I bought the Gothic and the actual King's pack. It's actually quite nice. The Gothic gives you, the setup for your house. These, you don't always see these walls and these bricks. But yeah, the King's gives you some really nice paintings and some good features too. Apparently you can recharge these paintings that will give you scroller transcendence, one or a few a day, or 5 a day or something. I've got one downstairs that gives me powder kegs as well too. But yeah, I got some pretty neat stuff. Like, I have an alchemist bookshelf here that allows me to store things in, which is really cool too. So it's like I guess a chest again or something. But and on my roof, I've obviously got a soul stone. Everyone needs a soul stone. That's a must, whether you buy one in game or from the shop. But yeah, you can swap skills back and forwards from people, which is really cool. I got this bell from the Kings. I think it's cool that you click it. I'll turn this up. Not that it does anything, but yeah, no, I still think that's cool. I've got my own arcane circle as well, so that it's a cool effect that I'm a spell weaver and all, So yeah, the Gothic and King's pack, totally worth it. It gives you some really cool features for your house, to be honest. Like, definitely worth it. I do a bit of imbuing, or I'm trying to learn I do. I'm trying to learn imbuing. I have a blacksmith that does imbuing and build stuff. The other night I was messing around with some golden ingots and making some gold armor. I wasn't aware that gold plate armor comes with luck in it. It must be what's set to it. But it was really cool though. It was low luck. Obviously, maybe you can imbue them to make higher luck. But yeah, it's really cool that I learned that, and that's where obviously some of the luck gear comes from. I actually have a bugged barrel too. This is an ornate elven chest. If I click this, it gives me a target. I'm thinking, what the hell? If I target somewhere, it'll build me the ornate elven chest from the barrel. It's no longer a scroll anymore. It's a barrel. I find that really weird. It's not a piece of paper that you click like normally when you get items, especially like furniture and stuff. If you look in the King's Collection box I have here, that's what they're meant to look like. But yeah, so there's a couple of bugs in this game. There's probably lots of bugs that I don't know about. I found that quite funny though. I think that's really cool. I've kept that as a barrel now, even though it says ornate elven chest. It's a little rarity of mine. I think. All right. Actually, this city as well. Actually, I'll finish up here. You're probably thinking that I'm sort of going on a bit. If I am, I apologise. I tend to get into banter and rants quite a lot easily with this game. I find it very interesting for an old game. I think it's great. That's one of my guild members here, actually, who's come a very long way since she started. Kudos to her. Anyway, this is the Gargoyle starting city. I think you have to have Stygian Abyss, which I think for some reason you get the Gargoyle without it. I don't really know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, the Gargoyle is an interesting race. I think it's an advanced race. It's different to starting as a human or an elf. They're excluded to only wear gargoyle weapons and gargoyle clothes. You cannot use anything else for them. I've always been interested to make one, but at the same time, I don't really know. Gargoyles, I guess, I haven't really ever seen many mega strong ones. There could be, like, I don't know. They could be good for PvP. I don't really know. But yeah, actually, hey, that's interesting. I didn't know this. I am the exalted artificer. Wouldn't you just say artifactor? Maybe? Is that meant to be ye old talk of some sort? Anyway, so he was saying, hand me select human artifacts to convert them for gargoyle use. Okay, I did not know that you could do that. That is really cool. You can convert artifacts, human and normal, I guess, artifacts to gargoyle artifacts. That's really cool. Sorry, I just lost my concentration, my place there for a moment. Anyway, all right, moving on. Yeah, this is a really cool town. I wasn't aware that maybe gargoyles do come and hang out here. Maybe it's the gargoyle starting city. I haven't made one, so I don't know. But yeah, there's a gate to here. Yeah, you come and explore and have a look. The royal city. Gargoyles are obviously a power above maybe royalty. Gargoyle royalty. Does that mean that humans and elves are the feeble underrace of Ultima Online? I have no idea. Anyway, okay. So I'm just thinking for a moment as well. I did leave something out with Luna. That was a bit weird. Why did that not come up? Okay, so Luna as well. Besides, as I said, this is the town of PvPers and smack talk. I'm sure if you stood around long enough, you'd witness a lot of it. A lot of it's quite humorous, as I was saying before. Anyway, this is the vendors. If you were lucky enough to have a vendor here, I hear if you are very lucky to have a Luna vendor. So you can see there's so many vendors. Like, this is crazy. I do a lot of shopping here. In vendor search, you would be normally sent here first. Like, a lot of the expensive and more decent items will come from here. But as you can see, it's lagging the shit out of me too, because it's loading so many dolls here. All the mannequins that you put up and the shops you put up to sell your items. But like, if you look at this place here, like, is this devs or is this players that have done this? I don't really know. But yeah, they've put some really cool stuff here. I will actually, do a loop of this city and show you, some of the really cool stuff. See, look, people have built this, or I don't really know, but God, that's great. I know that in here, in one of these places, yeah, that's right. So there's dyes here for the newer players. If you look, thinking, oh, where can I dye my armor? Where can I get some dye from? There's public dye here, which is really cool. And you can use all of that. There's actual dye colors as well that you can use, or bring your own one from the dye shop. Either way, but yeah, there's all sorts of dyes there, from armor dye to leather dye to runebook dye to black to white. I know a lot of people like the black dye. I was a bit of a fan of it. I'm sort of a bit over it now, but it's still cool. I use it for my Sampire. Obviously, he's a semi-vampire kind of thing. So, as you can see here as well, too, the game's a bit buggy and a bit out there. It's obviously just trying to load too much old game for its own good. But anyway, for my final, actually, that's my last thought of. I find places cool and weird in this game. The town of Britannia. I'm assuming that because of, I think it's Lord Britannia. Was he the king of Ultima? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so Britannia. I'm assuming that this was the original town, because there's Castle Brute here, as well as Blackthorns. Blackthorns is a really interesting dungeon, actually. You can get some really cool stuff, including my Komodo. You're probably wondering what that is. Bearing the crest of Blackthorn, that drops, I'm pretty sure, in Blackthorns. Very, very rare and hard to find. I was lucky enough that I bought a suit with it involved in it. But yeah, we'll head in. I love when it rains in game, by the way. This is it's a really cool effect. But yeah, we'll head into town. The Moongate is really far away from the main part of town too, which I find a bit odd. Like, you'd think that it was a little closer if this was the main town, but then again, maybe, I think I've heard as well that before Tremel came into play, it was just Felucia, which was just, you could kill each other whenever you wanted. It was a really PvP, like a gank-based player killer game. But yeah, there's the entrance of Blackthorns is around here somewhere. There's actually a couple of people in this town. Maybe there are. Maybe Brit sitters. But yeah, the bank in this town is quite strange. I'm assuming that this could be an event town even, but why does the bank have a river running through it and grass and whatnot? And a trash can and a little waterfall. Yeah, I find that interesting. I don't know where that portal goes. I probably won't go through that, just in case it could be leading to PvP or somewhere I could maybe get ganked. But yeah, good old trusty town sitters. Anyway, I'm going to conclude my video. I think now I have showed you some of the places I like and think are cool, and some of the helpful places as well too. Anyway, enjoy your day, and I will see you all soon.